Hello everyone. I have a comparison video here because I love comparisons, and I just got the new Sunwayman T25C flashlight. It is a zooming head flashlight, and we're going to compare it against another zooming head flashlight. As you can see, this is Sunwayman T25C, and it has the zooming head on it right there. The head zooms differently than most other zooming headlights that pull forward. With the Sunwayman, it twists, so you twist the head to get the zooming effect of the beam. And below it here is the Refun A100 flashlight. I'm using the A100, well, it could be Refun, it could be Outlight. There are several different manufacturers that make an A100 zooming head flashlight. So I'm using, I happen to have a Refun, so that's what I'm using. You could use the Outlight or any of the others. You're going to get pretty much the same beam out of any A100 based LED flashlight that zooms. So you can see they're both about the same size. The head is a little bit bigger on the Sunwayman, and they both basically operate the same. The Refun is advertised at 900 lumens, and the Sunwayman, according to Sunwayman, is 880 on turbo mode. The Refun has low, medium, high, and the Sunwayman has low, medium, high, and turbo. The high mode on the Sunwayman is 480, and turbo is 880. So considering the high mode, or considering the high on the Refun and the turbo on the Sunwayman are basically supposed to be the same, those are the modes that we will be using. Okay, so I will get the flashlights here and we will go about our beam comparison. So hold on one second. Okay, and as we switch the camera here a little bit, and we're going to do a regular, well, we're just going to look here in the back area here of this backyard and do a regular beam comparison that way. Okay, just 1 second to set up, and we are ready to go. Okay, so unfortunately we do have a bit of light from other sources, but that won't affect the beam of the flashlights. I'm going to turn this other light out. First of all, let's turn both lights on. And the beam on the Sunwayman isn't as wide in full mode as the other light is, as the A100. Not quite as wide. So, all right. First of all, here is the Refun, and let me just double check to make sure I am in high mode. Okay, here is the Refun on high mode, and this is in the full zoom mode. Let's go to the Sunwayman, and let me make sure I am in the brightest mode, which I am now. Okay, low, medium, high, turbo. Oh, medium, high, okay. All right, here is the beam on the Sunwayman, and this is as wide as it goes. It is in the widest beam right now, and you have to twist the head to get to that. So here it is in the widest beam on the Sunwayman. And let me just make sure I'm not zoomed in or anything. No, I'm not. And here is the beam again with the Refun, the A100. This is wide mode. This is wide mode. Let's see if we can turn the Refun down a little bit to more or less mimic the size of the beam on the Sunwayman. We've sort of done that right now. Okay, so here we have the Sunwayman, and here we have the Refun in more or less the same size beam. One thing you might be able to see on the Refun is that the light, the LED, is a little bit blue, the color tint. See that? Here is the Sunwayman. Has more of a whitish hue, and here is the Refun, which has more of a bluish hue. And there is also a difference in brightness. This is 880, and this is supposed to be 900. 880, 900. This one is brighter. Now this, to me, looks dimmer to the naked eye. The camera is trying to adjust a little bit and is sort of trying to artificially perk up the brightness just a tad. But this one is definitely brighter than this, even though this is supposed to be 20, 30 lumens brighter than this one on the particular mode I'm in, but it certainly doesn't look it. Okay, we've now done the wide beam. Let's go to the zoomed beam. Here I am zooming on the Refun, and I will now zoom on the Sunwayman. Now the zoom isn't quite as quick, I'll give you that. It takes longer to zoom on the Sunwayman because you have to turn the head, and it also goes sort of a little bit further if you keep going. There it is all the way, but here it is in the basic LED shape of the squared LED shape as it is on the Refun. So, but I can keep turning it, and then it softens up a little bit and widens a tad. So here is the Sunwayman completely squared, and here is the Refun completely squared. Side by side, the Sunwayman has a bigger beam. Here's Sunwayman, here's Refun. The Sunwayman looks a bit brighter, again. Shine it over there. It looks brighter, and it's a little bit bigger. So there's the difference of the two side by side. Let's check out another view here, which I think you'll find interesting. I will go a long shot across the road onto the tree, and we'll do both of them, of course. Across the road onto a tree. Okay, right here, can you see that? We have the Sunwayman on this tree across the street. That seems to be producing a very good long range beam with it fully zoomed. Sorry if the camera is a little bit crooked, but here's the tree with the Sunwayman. Here's the same tree with the Refun A100. There's that, and there's that. I think you can tell that the Sunwayman appears brighter. There's that part of the tree. There's that part of the tree. Again, the beam is a little bit wider and brighter on the Sunwayman. There it is again. There it is again. So there you go. I don't know if you can see side by side, but I think you'll agree that the Sunwayman does produce a brighter, wider beam, and yes, whiter as well, since the Refun is a little bit on the blue side. There's Sunwayman on the bottom and A100 on the top. Again, this A100 and the Refun is going to be similar whether it's Refun or Outlight or G700, and there's actually a couple of others too, which I do not recall the names of, which also offer the flashlight in the same form. They may not actually call it A100, but it's essentially the same flashlight, the same design and so forth, and the same LED. Now the Sunwayman uses an XML U3 LED, and the Refun uses the XML T6, which is an older LED and does inherently not produce as much output as an XML U3 will. This is a brighter LED to begin with than this one is. Again, this is supposed to be 900 lumens. This is 880. So I think you can see that the Refun exaggerates on that 900. At least it certainly appears that it does. Unless the Sunwayman is underestimating their output, and I doubt that they would. If they're saying 880, it's going to be pretty much 880. It's not going to be, it could be a tad more, but still, there's your comparison with the two. So, that's it. Comparing Refun A100 to Sunwayman T25C. That's the one. T25C by Sunwayman. It's going to cost you more money, but it does produce a wider, brighter beam and has one more mode. Actually, it also has flashing modes too. I didn't show you flashing modes on this. We're just comparing beam brightnesses, but it has SOS, strobe, and a location beacon mode on it as well. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you've enjoyed the comparison, and we'll catch you next time.